Hello, my name is Chloe, welcome to my channel. Today I'm bringing to you the second part in a series I've started doing, which is books that I am daunted by. So I will link my first video in the description if you want to go check that out, but basically this is me picking 5 books from my shelves and reading the first chapter of them, like doing a try a chapter tag, just to see whether I'm still interested and whether I can get over this like daunting nature of them. A lot of these I've picked before to say I'm going to read in monthly TBRs and just never read them for whatever reason, and I can't have books sitting about on my shelves that I'm never ever going to get to. So I decided to start this video series as a way to prompt me to read them. So as I said, there are 5 books here which I'm going to go through, the first one being Beyond a Darkened Shore by Jessica Leake. So I got this absolutely ages ago. Jade from JD Ray Reads was unhauling it and I said I was interested in it because I'd heard her talk about it. It is the signed, I'm not sure what copy, but it's got a signed bookplate in it. Was very excited to pick this up, and then I never have. It is just YA fantasy, which is something I really don't read, but for some reason I wanted it. So this is about an ancient land of somewhere I can't pronounce, where we've got, I can't pronounce anything in this, a princess who can barely remember a time when Northmen weren't plundering the shores of her divided homeland. Has this maybe got, my books nearly fell on the floor, has this maybe got like Viking vibes? I don't know, but this is book 1. Book 2 is one that I've definitely picked up in several TBRs saying I'm going to read, and that is Wild Beauty by Anne-Marie McLemore. Again, pretty sure I got this from JD Ray Reads. This is the Owl Crate copy. We've got like a letter from the author, and then I'm pretty sure there's a signed bookplate in here as well. Yep, there is. So this one, absolutely gorgeous. If I remember right, even the naked book is gorgeous. And I don't know what it's about. Every time I go to pick it up, it doesn't happen. So this is for nearly a century, the Nomelevides women have tended the grounds of La Pradera, the lush estate gardens that enchant guests from around the world. They've also hidden a tragic legacy. If they fall in love too deeply, their lovers vanish. But then, after generations of vanishings, a strange boy appears in the gardens. A boy neither Estrella, the girl who finds him, nor her family know anything about. It's not even a long book. I've heard great things. I'm pretty sure Kayla from Books and Lala loves this as well. I've at least heard her talk about Anne-Marie McLemore as an author. It's not a big book. I need to read it. It is gorgeous. Like, at this point, I'm keeping it for the cover. So if I'm not interested in the book at all, I really need to get rid of it and just get over it. Next I have one that was a purchase because Chelsea Palmer loved it, and that is Beware the World by Natalie C. Parker. I also have Seafire by Natalie C. Parker, but that is a much more recent purchase. So this is going to be the one I am daunted by. Again, quite short, and I know nothing about it. So this is, there's something about the swamp in Styx, Louisiana, something different, something haunting, something alive. Everyone knows this and everyone avoids going near it, and even the Mardi Gras beaded decorated fence that surrounds it keeps people away, until one morning when Sterling Saucier's older brother Phineas runs into the swamp and doesn't return. It sounds creepy, it sounds dark, it sounds weird, but I've never picked it up and I don't know why. This is also on my my list of 20 backlist books I want to read in 2020. So I will also link that video because that is pretty much books I'm daunted by. I guess it kind of counts in this series. But yeah, I've said I want to read it by the end of the year, so need to get a vibe from it. Next is I'm not even sure how to describe this. This is like a booktube legend that I've never read, and that is Cinder by Marissa Meyer. So I've seen people doing read-alongs of this series and I've always said I'm going to take part and then I don't. I am extremely daunted by this. So as far as I'm aware, it's like a Cinderella retelling where Cinderella is a cyborg. So this says, even in the future, the story begins with once upon a time. Humans and androids crowd the raw... I can't speak. Humans and androids crowd the streets of New Beijing. A deadly plague... Oh dear. The time I'm filming this video, I don't need a deadly plague. Deadly plague ravages the population. From space, a ruthless lunar people watch, waiting to make their move. No one knows that Earth's fate hinges on one girl. 16-year-old Cinder, a gifted mechanic, is a cyborg. She's a second-class citizen with a mysterious past and is revelled by her stepmother. So yeah, Cinderella retelling with cyborgs, space, and a pandemic. How apt for the time we're in now. Again, I've read Marissa Meyer, I've read Heartless, and I really enjoyed it. So I've got nothing against Marissa Meyer, I'm just strangely intimidated by this book. And finally, I have a book that I got in the only book box unboxing I've ever done over a year ago, and this was the last box done by that company, so I have never purchased another. That is Light as a Feather by Zoe Arson. If my video of me unboxing this is still on YouTube, like if I haven't listed it as private, I'm going to just link it for the fun of it. So Light as a Feather, I've got a little note from the author and it's signed and everything. This was turned into a TV series that I think you can only, like, we can't get it in the UK. I'm pretty sure it was on American stuff that I can't get to. So this is, it says it was supposed to be a game. Junior year is shaping up to be the best of McKenna Brady's life. After a transformative summer, McKenna is welcomed into the elite group of popular girls at Weeping Willow High, led by the gorgeous Olivia Richmond. For the first time in a long time, things are looking up. But everything changes the night of Olivia's Sweet 16 sleepover. Violet, the mysterious new girl in town, suggests the girls play a game during which Violet makes up an elaborate, creepy, specific stories about future ways the friends will die. Though it unsettles McKenna, it seems harmless at the time, until a week later when Olivia dies exactly the way Violet predicted. So it doesn't even seem that daunting of a book, but for some reason I've never picked it up. So that is the 5th one on this list. So what I'm going to do now, this is all from the video from this exact time. I'm going to dig into some of these books and film a little clip of my reactions and then whack it all together. So you will see my reactions very shortly. Hello, so my parents and my sister have gone out. At the time of filming this video, they were allowed to go out and exercise unlimited times. Or for an unlimited, I don't know what the official rule is. Either way, I'm at home by myself, so I have moved my reading operations downstairs so I can sit in the recliner. I've got YouTube up on the TV, I've got like a library background thing that's going on. I hope this lighting is okay because of outside. Either way, so I've brought all of my books downstairs. I don't know what to start with. I'm pretty sure Light as a Feather and Beware the Wild are going to have like the same sort of creepy vibe, so I don't want to read them next to each other. Maybe I'll start with the one I'm dreading the most, and that's Beyond a Darkened Shore. Yeah, I'll start with that one first. So shockingly enough to me, Beyond a Darkened Shore, I didn't hate it. I've been holding on to this book for ages thinking it's going to be one of those that I definitely end up unhauling without reading, but at the same time I never get the courage to unhaul it. The first chapter was only about 10 pages, maybe less, but thoroughly enjoyed it. So we've got I don't want to pronounce her name wrong. It's spelled Kiara, and I believe it does say Ireland. It says Kingdom of Mide, Ireland, 1035 AD. So Irish names are always weird. So I'm gonna Kiara. It's not Kiara. You pronounce it differently, and I don't know how. But it's just her taking her two sisters, riding their ponies on the beach. And there's creepy crow. I love crows. Like, I saw a crow on the house, like on the satellite, and it's reminded me of Damon Salvatore, so I do like a crow. So enjoyed that part. And like an over-possessive mother. You know what? I enjoyed it. I don't know whether it's going to be something I reach for. I was thinking, shall I just read this now? Like, I don't think I'm going to be in a better mood to pick this up, so I might start reading this book today. I don't know. Next, what do I want next? I think I'm gonna go with, I don't know. Let's do Light as a Feather. I feel like this is the only one where I've spent not a considerable amount of money, but as it did come in a book box, like money has gone into this book for me. There's a prologue that's 1 page. Does that count? I think this one, I just don't want to be let down. Okay, the first chapter is like 30 pages, so in all the times I've done this like video, that is the longest first chapter. It's fine. I'm going to read it. I don't know why I keep putting this off. I think I am just convinced it's not going to be great and I don't want to push myself through it, but that's a really unfair like thought to have of the book before I've even picked it up. So yeah, first chapter of this. I did film, as I was reading Beyond a Darkened Shore, I'm going to do like one of those speed up montage things of me reading it. I'm not going to do that for every book because I'm not intending on moving from this position, so you'll just have like 5 minutes total of me breathing, sitting here reading, which nobody wants. So yeah, I'm not going to do that for this book. Okay, so I've literally just read the prologue. And I sort of want to share it with you. I mean, skip ahead. It's a paragraph, really. Skip ahead if you don't care, but I think this is why I was excited for this book. It says, looking back now at the night of Olivia Richmond's birthday party, my original expectations for the night were so innocent they were pitiable. Pitiable? Yeah. It was the second week of my junior year of high school. To interrupt, Americans, start telling us how old that means. If you've never, I'm not even reading, I'm just talking about the book. If you've never watched my videos before, you might not know that I am English and my boyfriend is American. And if he tells me once more that he did something in freshman year and doesn't tell me how old that means he is, like, I'm going to have to start writing a note on my wall of what all of these mean. All I know is senior is the last one. Anyway, so it was the second week of my junior year of high school. Who knows? A week before the full fling, and the most pressing issue on my mind was whether or not a cute boy would ask me to go to the dance. Violet had suggested that we play a game, and it seemed so simple. There were no rules to learn, no cards to deal, no need to split into teams. She hadn't mentioned that in her game she was always the winner, or that playing could cost you your life. Yeah, I'm going to read the whole chapter. I think I figured it out. Page 4. There's no way I would have been invited to any of their birthday parties during our freshman and sophomore years. So does it go freshman, sophomore, junior, senior? That doesn't sound right, but maybe that's right. It's one of those things I feel like I can't keep asking because I don't know. But, oh dear, yeah. I'm going to freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. Maybe. So, and freshman is like year 10 for us? Yeah. Okay, so year 10, year 11. So year 12 would be junior, so like 16, 17? Okay, so that took me a little bit of time, but I've read the first chapter of Light as a Feather. I really, really enjoyed this. It's like a contemporary, the first chapter anyway, is a contemporary with like spooky elements, but then I feel like it's going to get much more sinister as we go on. There's like already hints of a forbidden romance and all the stuff I really like in a contemporary. So I feel like this one's got like some good promise. I'm now going to get a blanket because I'm freezing. Okay, this is better already, so I can cuddle up a little bit. Now I think I'm going to go for Wild Beauty. So as I said, I don't really know what this one's about. Just that I was really excited at one point to own this, and it's just slowly slipped into the books that I don't really care about. So yeah, let's do this. How long is one chapter? Okay, one chapter is only like 11 pages, so it's going to be a much easier one than Light as a Feather. That really, 33 pages. I would never think twice about reading that. I typically read between, it can be anywhere between 60 and 120 pages an hour, depending on the book. So like a YA contemporary, I'm on at least 100 pages an hour. And those 33 pages seem to take so long. I wish I would have timed it actually. But yeah, I did not like them. They just took forever. So let's see what these like 11, 12 pages feel like. We're starting off with a quote from Frances Hodgson Burnett, which I'm assuming is from The Secret Garden, which I have read, didn't love, but I have read it. It says, if you look the right way, you can see that the whole world is a garden. Oh, I like that. Anyway, let's get started on this one. Okay, so I don't think I was going to say this about this one and not be on a Darkened shore. I might unhaul this. The first chapter was fine, but it just made me realise that this, even though this book is so beautiful, and even there's like illustration, like that is gorgeous, it's just not for me, which is sad because like it is gorgeous, but it's just not what I want to read at all. I shouldn't keep something just because it's pretty. Like, why can't I get that through my head? So yeah, maybe it does need to go. I just feel like I could cry because it is so gorgeous. It's not my cup of tea. Man up, Chloe, and get rid of this book. So now we have Cinder and Beware the Wild. So I'm going to go for Cinder because I think I'm most excited about Beware the Wild. Even though I'm daunted, that's obviously the point. I feel like Cinder is the most daunting of the two. How many pages are we talking? Okay, about 16 pages. So, oh wow, what had happened to my hair then? Yeah, I'm gonna read these now. I also just got a notification to say an Amazon parcel had been delivered, but there's no Amazon parcel, so I'm probably gonna investigate that and then read these pages. Okay, so Cinder. Reading the first like 5 pages, I thought, oh my god, what am I reading? This is not my thing. Then we have a little introduction with the prince. Very fun, liking a sort of, there was a hint of a romance that could happen, which I'm assuming does because it's like Cinder, Cinderella, whatever. Yeah, and then we've got someone dying from the plague at the end of that chapter. So I don't think it's the right time to read this book, but I feel like I could like it. So I'm going to be keeping that one. Only one I've got left is Beware the Wild. So I'm going on a quick toilet break because I've been sat here just reading, even though I need the toilet. I do that thing where I leave it until the last possible minute if I'm busy. How long is chapter 1? Oh, I'm getting worried. Okay, never mind. It's 14 pages. Toilet break, 14 pages, and then you will get my final thoughts. Okay, so wow. I'm trying to make the lighting a little bit better. It's not the best. This is so creepy. Like, I've read 1 chapter and I'm freaked. What happens in the first chapter? It's not a spoiler, right? I can tell you. I don't know. Either way, one of my biggest nightmares is seeing something that's not right. Like, I have this, I don't even want to talk, I'm home alone, I don't want to talk about it, but I've started talking about it, is where I see my mom, who asked me to follow her, and then I see my mom at the same time, somewhere different, saying, who are you talking? It's really freaky, and now I'm home alone. I've just talked about it and I've got to go upstairs and looks like I'm doing my editing down here today. Yeah, and that's like the same vibe I've got from the first chapter. Really like it. So this one, I am not waiting a long time to read this. Maybe it could be a Halloween read actually, but either way, it's staying firmly on my shelves. So the only one I'm going to list Wild Beauty. I just hit myself in the face with it. I'm going to list Wild Beauty on Facebook. I'm not gonna worry. Maybe I'll put it on eBay as well, just for the sake of it. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about getting rid of it straight away, but it's definitely not one I feel like reading. So out of my stack, least care about Wild Beauty, I'm gonna unhaul it. Of the ones I'm keeping, I'm probably least excited to read maybe Beyond a Darkened Shore, which was what I thought was going to be the situation, so that's fine. And I'm most excited to read Beware the Wild. Cinder and Light as a Feather are both sitting pretty at the same level. So I don't really think there's much point me continuing talking. I've talked for long enough in this video. But yeah, I really do hope you enjoyed it. this is going to be the second video going up in this little series of me doing this. So if this is something that you've enjoyed, then let me know and I can do number 3. I mean, I've probably filmed number 3 by the time this goes up because of my pre-filming right now. But yeah, just let me know if you're enjoying this style of video, and it's definitely something I want to carry on with. It feels like a mini vlog, which I like. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. Thank you for watching this video. I really do hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.